stocks that are actually leading to these kind of moves that are happening in the market. For that, we're now joined by Sameet Chavan, the head of research, technical and derivative at Angel One. He's here to discuss all the stocks that are leading to all the moves in the market on the back of technicals. So let's get started with the stocks then. The first stock on our list is Lenskart. This one on the back of very strong Q2 numbers. The revenue that has seen a rise of about 21% on a year-on-year basis, coming in at 2,096 crore rupees, whereas the net profit that has seen a growth of about 20%, coming in at that 100 crore rupees level. EBITDA that jumped nearly 45%, whereas margins they have expanded to 19.8%, which reflects very strong operating leverage. The business broad-based growth. India revenue up 13%, international revenue 34%, 56 lakh eye tests, that's up 44%, 83 lakh eyewear units were sold, up 20%, whereas 143 new stores were added during the quarter. That takes the total count to 2,270. So yes, very strong moves coming from Lenskart. In fact, Lenskart is also, up on the back of this news that it's coming out with a collaboration with Pharma in Singapore and plans for its AI-powered smart glasses that is in the fourth quarter of FY26. So some of the reasons why the stock is up, brokerages, however, remain divided, and hence the stock is trading actually nearly 7% higher right now.
All right, that's Lenskart that is doing well in today's trading session. But let's move on to the next counter that you picked out for us, Sameet. You picked out SAIL for us, Steel Authority of India. Now, this counter hasn't really done much in the last 6 odd months. It's been in a range, in fact. From here on, do you see the counter come out of the range?
No, I think as of now, this stock has slipped into a consolidation mode. We are not seeing any decisive move on either sides. On the higher side, 140, 142 is acting as a strong resistance, and this stock is facing some sort of rejection around those levels. On the low side, there's a cluster of supports around 132 to 130. So as of now, we see this stock continuing this range for a while, wherein 140 on the higher side, 130 on the lower side. That remains the range for SAIL for at least next couple of weeks' time.
All right, moving on then to the next counter, which is in focus, and that is Arvind Smart Spaces. Now, Arvind Smart Spaces is in focus on the back of the fact that they have acquired residential product in Ahmedabad, and the total estimated saleable area for it is 3.6 lakh square feet. And, this project has a top-line potential of almost 400 crore rupees. On the back of that, Arvind is in focus today. In fact, there's a spike up that's coming in on the counter right now, trading with gains of 2.5%.
All right, so that is Arvind Spaces for you. But moving on to the next counter, Sameet, you have picked out Infosys for us. Very, from the IT pack. Do you think now growth is going to come back to counters like these?
The entire IT space has been a laggard since last many months now. However, in last 3-4 weeks, we are seeing some encouraging signs. Stock is yet to come out of its slumber phase. It is yet to confirm its breakout. But yes, there are some attempts that we have been witnessing since last 4 to 5 trading sessions. Stock is hovering around its 200-day simple moving average, which is placed somewhere around 1560, 1565. And since last 3-4 trading sessions, if you see, the stock is now, hovering around those important levels. If you look at the volume activity, it has risen, a bit in last few days. So it suggests that sooner or later we see the stock coming out of the slumber phase, and the breakout would happen beyond 1580. So 1580 is the level to watch out for on a closing basis. Once the stock managed to give decisive breakout beyond 1580, yes, we could see the stock is likely to head higher, and then 1640, 1660. These are the next levels to watch out for.
All right, moving on then to the next counter that is in focus, and that is Hindustan Copper and Hindustan Zinc, both in focus on the back of the fact that for Hindustan Copper, the copper prices on LME have set a new record high. In fact, they are at an all-time high, which is above $11,200 per ton. On the back, that augurs well, of course, for Hindustan Copper. And look at the moves that are coming in. 4.5% gains coming in on Hindustan Copper. As far as Hindustan Zinc is concerned, silver prices are also sitting at fresh record high. That's ended 13% higher last week, and that augurs well for Hindustan Zinc. So on the back of that, Hindustan Zinc is also up in a way 3.3% in the trading session.
All right, so that's Hindustan Copper and Hindustan Zinc, both trading higher. But you, Sameet, you've picked out KEI Industries for us. It's trading close to the day's lowest point right now. 4100 is where it is at. But from here on, where do you see the stock chart headed for this one?
See, in last 1.5 months, this stock has done nothing. It has been oscillating within a small band of 4,200 on the higher side and 4,000, 4,050 on the lower side. So we are not seeing any major directional move in this counter till the time it does not give a breakout on either side. On the higher side, 4,200, 4,220 is the level to watch out for, and whereas on the lower side, there's a 89-day exponential moving average placed around 4,000. So it is likely to act as a very strong support. Either side breakout would confirm the directional move, at least in the near term.
All right, so that's about KEI, but let's move on to another counter which is in focus on the back of a new deal that it has signed. Brigade Enterprises that has given up those morning gains, but it has announced a major expansion in Hyderabad's real estate market. It has signed a joint development agreement for a premium residential project in Begumpet, one of the city's prime and established neighborhoods. The project spans across 3 acres with a development potential of 5 lakh square feet and is expected to generate over 800 crore rupees in revenue. This move, of course, reinforces Brigade's strategic push into Telangana market and signals strong confidence in Hyderabad's premium housing market demand. So, yes, on the back of this new deal, Brigade Enterprises is in focus and hence trading just about 0.5% right now. It has given up those morning gains.
All right, with that, it's time for us to slip into a short break. Don't go anywhere after the break. We'll get you more buzzers on the other side. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You're tuning into Market Fatafat with me, Ankita Saxena, and with me is Kanishka Sarkar, and we are getting you all the buzzers in the trading session. And with us is Sameet Chavan on the technicals. And on the technicals, Sameet, you picked out Muthur Finance for us. Tell us, what do you see on the charts for Muthur?
Yeah, as far as Muthur is concerned, there has been no stopping for this counter in last 1.5 years. We can see a relentless move, a series of consolidation, then a strong up move. This has been the pattern for this particular counter since last many months now, and this is what we are witnessing at current juncture as well. In last 3 weeks, stock consolidated in a range, and again it broke out from its recent condition, which confirms the bullish flag pattern. So at least in the near term, we see this stock heading towards 39.20, 39.50. However, the low hanging fruit is already gone, so one should avoid taking fresh longs level. Those who are holding it, they should certainly stay put with a trailing stop loss somewhere around 3600.
All right, so that's the view on Muthur Finance. But moving on to the next counter that is in focus, it's Sterling and Wilson Renewable Energy. This one actually saw a jump up of more than 5% in early trade today, but has given up those gains. Now, this was on the back of a major strategic win. It has signed a 5-year partnership agreement with Adani Green Energy and secured its first purchase order under this deal. This order, worth about 1,380 crore rupees, is for a balance of system package across 3 solar projects at the Khavra Renewable Energy Park in Gujarat, one of the world's largest, that is. Now, with this, Sterling and Wilson's order inflow for FY26 has already crossed 6,450 crore rupees. In fact, the company has been on an order winning streak. 1,300 crore rupees solar EPC project recently secured in South Africa. It was declared the L1 bidder in a major domestic project in UP and Rajasthan as well. Additional South Africa, it has received an LOI, which takes its recent wins to nearly 1,770 crore rupees. So overall, this Adani partnership and the large domestic order have put Sterling and Wilson back in the spotlight, and the stock is currently trading about 1.5% higher.
All right, moving on then to the next counter. We have the next counter is Sun Pharma. Let's see what Sun Pharma has got. Its Citi has come out with a note, and they're maintaining a buy call, and the target price that they've set is 2,180 rupees. Now, that's a 19% upside from the Friday's closing. The company, they say, didn't sound worried about the biosimilars in the Illuma, as the patented estate is expected to last longer than 2030. The leg squeeze patients are response is encouraging. The payer coverage is expanding, and India business is not much impacted from trade generics due to the company's limited presence in the acute and anti-infectives. Also, the lumpiness The R&D and product launch related costs are some of the pullback factors. Inherent operating leverage in the business may continue to support the margins. On the back of the fact, Citi is maintaining a buy call. Sun Pharma has given up those morning gains, is currently mirroring the index, in fact, at the lowest point of the day with cuts of 1.3%.
All right, so that's Sun Pharma for you. But now, stock of the day, Wockhardt, it is in sharp focus, rallying 18% higher right now. This on the back of a major regulatory breakthrough. The US FDA has accepted the company's new drug application for Zinc, which is a next-generation antibiotic designed to treat severe drug-resistant superbug infections. Now, this drug has also received fast-track designation, underscoring its urgent medical relevance at a time when antimicrobial resistance is rising globally. Zinc has already demonstrated life-saving potential in clinical use across India and the US, and FDA has accepted, and this acceptance now opens a critical pathway for Wockhardt to tap into the large, high-value US pharma market. And on the back of this latest development, the stock is soaring away in trade today, up more than 18% right now.
All right, moving on to the next counter that is in focus, and that is Lupin. Citi has come out with a note on Lupin as well, where they're maintaining a buy call, and the target price they have set is 2,260 rupees per share, which is an upside of 9% from the Friday's closing point. Now, the company is upbeat about the US business. Also, the management expects a $1 billion revenues in FY26. Also, the company sees enough margin levers. The company expects FY27 margins to be in the range of 24 to 25%. Also, the continued strength in the US business is likely to aid margins for Lupin. On the back of that, Citi is maintaining a buy call, but Lupin has given up those morning gains, is currently trading with cuts of 0.2%.
That's right. So Lupin is trading with cuts of about 0.2%. But Sameet, you have also picked this one out on the back of technicals. You know, in the past year, that is 2025, the stock has actually declined about 12%. But from here on, do you see momentum coming in?
See, unlike some of its peers, this stock did not, correct much price-wise. But yes, time-wise correction has been quite a lot in last, few months. Since last 3-4 days, we are seeing some encouraging signs in this counter. Stock is attempting to, break out to challenge its recent resistance of 2200, 2100 in fact. So, we are keeping a close watch on this particular counter. Once the stock manages to give decisive breakout beyond 2100, we could see this stock, coming out of its long consolidation phase and then probably head towards 2160, 2200 in the short term. So as of now, yes, one should avoid this counter. But yes, once the breakout is confirmed beyond 2100, one should certainly get into the stock for a target of 2160, 2180.
All right, so those are the levels to watch out for when it comes to Lupin. But let's put the spotlight on another stock that is in focus, that is NCC. This one, after another round of significant order wins for the month of November. Now, after recently securing a 2,062 crore rupees order, the company has now received 3 additional contracts that are worth 530 crore rupees. That's during the month of November. These new orders span across key verticals: 321 crore rupees in the buildings division, 129 crore rupees in the water division, and 79 crores, nearly 80 crores in the transport division. Now, NCC did clarify that these contracts were secured in the normal course of business and do not include any internal orders. And now with this, NCC's strong order inflow for the month of November, it also further strengthens the revenue visibility, and that's the reason why the stock is in focus. Trading just about flat, it has given up all of those morning gains and currently trading at the day's lowest point. But yes, it has won at least 3 contracts lately, and that's the reason why the stock was up early in trade today.